Good morning guys, how are we? Back out again, back out on the ancient land. Come back to where I found the Charles II merk. Also found a lovely 1700s communion token here. I think it was a James hammered as well. So we thought, come back, there's been a significant amount of good finds here, turners and things like that. So we thought we'd come back, give it a go again and see if we can find any more history, because obviously there is history in this area. This land is absolutely ancient, so I'm hoping for good finds. So I've just got to crack on and I'll get back to you in the first hit, and hopefully we'll be able to bring you some nice finds today. Guys, I just dug that and it's a very thin coin, but I do think that is a turner. Back on ancient land today where I found the Charles II merk. Dave's found the turner already, and I think that's a turner as well, so I'll get a bit of closer detail and hopefully we'll see if we can see something on it. I just get a really scratchy signal and I've looked down and I can't believe it, it's actually sticking out the ground. Can you see it? It's a hammy! Oh yes! Oh, I've no idea who that is.
Elizabeth I.
Elizabeth I.
Shilling.
Woohoo! 1572. Get in! Big Marco's on the hammies! I love rubbing it into you cunts! Get in! So here I am, I'm on ancient land. And guess what? I'm on the hammies! Again! We're on the hammies for the second time in a row. Spectacular. Who's your daddy? Hammy time! Just dug that. Come up to 67. Look at that, it's got some decoration on it. Whatever that is, off of it's old anyway. Decorated bit of lead. I'm not one to wipe that too much, there might be something on that. Get that cleaned up when I get it home and see if I can get anything off it. It's an awfully strange, it's like a cross on the back. No idea what that is, but try and get it cleaned up and I'll let you know in the roundup. So guys, just spoke to the farmer there and he's asked us could we move out of the stubble field so he can get his bales off. So we've moved for the stubble field and we've moved on to some pasture he's gave us permission on, and we'll give it a wee go here and see what we can find. Right guys, I just dug that. That came up as a 70. It's a coin or a button, one of the two. I have no idea what that is. Possibly a coin or a button, but I'll let you know better on the roundup. Just dug that, it's an 85 and that looks like a big penny. It's quite crusty, so I'm going to say it's a big Vicky penny, and hopefully I'll be able to get it a bit clean for the roundup. But generally when you feel them and they're kind of crusty and the dirt won't come off them, they're generally Vicky. I just dug that, that came out as a 61. I've no idea if it's just part of a snazzy button or possibly just part of a really old button. But I'll get that cleaned up for the roundup and show you it better, but it looks like a really old button. Dug that, came up as a 59. You see its imprint. That looks like an umbrella slide. An old umbrella slide. Right guys, I just dug that. I was kind of chopping away at the side and I thought, oh, I can't find this, but I think I have it. Right here. It looks like possibly could be a silver coin. That's what I think it is. A little silver coin. So looks like a 3D, so let's clean it and find out. Oh. It's Queen Victoria and it looks like a sixpence. Let's get a better look at the back. Oh, it's not. It's a 4 pence. 1817, 4p. Queen Victoria. Woohoo! Wow, that's a first for me. Yeah, it's definitely a 4p. That's a nice find. Look at that, it's an 85. Ooh, what we got here? I think it's the remains of an incendiary bomb. That looks like the top half of an incendiary bomb, so I'll GPS that. It doesn't look live, but I'll GPS it, let the farmer know. Still in the Clod, 86. Saddler's badge. A full saddler's badge. Oh, there's a good bit of detail on this. Very rare do you ever get these full, but there's some lovely detail on that. I'm going to try and clean that off and see if I can read it. And I'll get back to you in a wee minute. Right guys, I'm actually just going to let that dry off, but there's some cracking detail on that, so hopefully it'll be nice when I get it home. I'll kind of clean it up with a toothbrush and try and get some of the dirt out and see if I can read it. Right guys, I just got a really strange 86. There you go. Now, what are you? You're a bit of silver. Oh, what are you? Now that is interesting. No idea. Possibly a wee bit of silver. 81, and there it's there, it's still in the Clod. And that looks like a little, oh no. I thought that was going to be a musket ball. But it's not, it looks like a pin. No idea what that is. If anybody knows what it is, let me know. Dug that, it's a 63. I think it's just a little bale seal. Looks like an old Glasgow bale seal. Right guys, I've just dug that. It's actually quite just there, but I think it's a pocket watch. Let's get it out and find out. It looks like the face of a pocket watch. Maybe not. A big ring. No idea what that's for. There's no idea what that is, but you can see it's come out of there. And it looks like the back of a locket, a pewter locket or something. That's what it looks like, off a pewter locket. That just came up as an 82, and it's possibly a bale seal. I don't think it's one that I've ever seen before, so... Oh no, it's actually a bit of silver. Look at that, I thought that was going to be a bale seal. I think that's a bit of silver. Woohoo! Oh, that's got to be silver, hasn't it? Am I celebrating too fast here? Hold on a wee second. It just looks so... Ah, that's a strip of silver. Yeah. Definite strip of silver, that. Woohoo! Yep, there's definitely a hallmark stamp there. I can see an anchor. So that again is another strip of silver. Woohoo! Right guys, I'm going to call it a day for this hunt. Absolutely spectacular hunt. So, on that note, good luck, happy hunting, and I'll catch you on the roundup. Bye for now. Good evening guys, and welcome to the roundup for this video. Back out on the ancient land where I found the hammered. And first off, I thought I would show you kind of the junk finds. And there's not a lot of junk on this land, that's kind of what I'm saying. And I really do think it's been done, or somebody's been on it, but bits of lead, bronze, oh, I thought that was some kind of pin. You know, not a lot of junk finds. If anybody sees it in the junk, they can ID. That's always a good shout as well. If there's anything in the junk you see that you think you recognise, let me know. It's a bit of silver gilded. It's like copper or lead, isn't it? Right, so I'm just going to stop at the junk finds. I thought I would just show you the junk and then move on to the better finds. So guys, let me just explain why I showed you the junk finds. Because the land's ancient, you know, sometimes when you go metal detecting, I can't ID everything, but sometimes people can turn around and say, yeah, that bit of bronze is off a pot leg, or that bit of silver, that's a bit of silver, that's a bit of, you know, they can give you a little bit of ID and things that maybe you don't know. So that was the whole idea of showing the finds, the kind of junk find, because sometimes people can ID your junk. What you think is junk can be actually treasure or parts of history from the past. You just never know, so it's always good to show your junk. And I find that you'll get people that will come and say, oh no, that's not a bit of bronze, that's like a fuse off of a World War II bomb or things like that. I've had people come and say to me, and I thought, well, I thought it was just a bit of junk. You know, sometimes it can be a little bit of treasure, and you kind of save it for the scrap bin and go, oh, I'm going to keep that. So moving on to the finds, and here we go. First one is a Vicky, I think it's a Vicky umbrella slide. Vicky elated Warden, part of what could be a pewter medallion or locket, or a tin lid or something, I'm not sure. This here I thought was a bit of silver when I dug it. Yeah, silver gilded button. How would it look lovely in its day. This here is part of a something trade, it says on it, so it's probably maybe an aluminium token. Very, very thin and worn, but it says CNC trade. I don't know how old that is, or if it's even old. This one here, when I dug it, I thought it was George III. Look closely. See his head. George II. Just in there. See his head. Facing left. George II. Woohoo! That's a really old coin. It was good to actually get a little bit of detail off that, because when I first looked at it, thought nothing on it, but there you go. George II. Like I said for this one, that's a Vicky. When they came out crusty looking like that, you can feel it. They're generally Vicky. Lovely Glasgow bale seal. Just a bit of bronze, but I just kept it because another bit of bronze came out, and I'll show you that in a wee second, just here. And it's stamped with an A on it, if anybody knows what that's off of. I mean, I could just be making this up here as I go along, but is this part of a pot leg or something? Anybody idea? Part of a pot leg? Medieval? I don't know. If anybody can idea it, let me know. I thought it, you know, looking at it, at first I put it in the scrap bin, and then I thought, what if it's off like a pot leg or something? So if anybody knows what it is, let me know. I got a lovely McGregor Saddler's badge. That's lovely. It's nice when you get them whole. Very rare, but nice. So moving on to the ancient kind of coins now, and these three here are turners, definite turners. Charles II turners. The three of them are three turners, and I think Dave found three as well. So there you go. Scrap bit of silver. You can see the hall markings better now. I think they're just over here if I turn it round. You look for the hall markings, there's a little anchor. We get a lovely rare Vicky, which is a Vicky, 4 pence. That's rare. Rare in Scotland. Vicky, 4 pence. This one here I'm going to show as well. I don't think I showed this. This is a button that came out, and it's got a crown and reefs round it. I think that could be military, but I'm not really 100% sure. But if anybody knows what it is it military, let me know. Find of the day. We're back on the hammies. Woohoo! Lovely Elizabeth the First hammered. That is absolutely stunning. Stunning hammy. There you go. 1572. This is what detecting's all about. I always wanted to find this stuff, but sometimes you can look for years before finding a great site, and I think I've found some great land now. It's just whether I'm going to be able to keep up with it, because you know, only be able to get on 2 to 4 weeks of the year. You know, it's got potential for good videos at certain times of the year, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I'll maybe get one more hunt on this land, I'm not sure, because I know the farmer was running a bit late with ploughing and things like that, so I'm hoping for one more hunt. So until that hunt, good luck, happy hunting, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.